All right, my friends, it's time to try to win some Edge of Eternities play booster boxes. Taking on some EOE sealed. Be a very interesting format, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what we got here. Some interesting ones. Little Starwinder action, very, very good. You can get this to land and hit some damage. We have the Void here, which is interesting. Is the words that I would use to describe that. Can be good in certain situations with certain decks. If you're really good at Void, this can be absolutely backbreaking sometimes if they don't have a way to kill the creature quickly. Loading Zone, fine. Halia, quite good in a white build that can get out a bunch of creatures. We do have a Beyond the Quiet as well, and a Frenzied Baloth. Can regenerate some things. Can spend some Eldrazi's, and we can copy target instant or sorcery spell and choose new targets for the copy. That's pretty interesting for Mirror Pool. So let's take a look at the rest of the pool here and see how are we doing. All right, in white, Focus Fire, Security, Banishing Light can be decent. We have the Scout, we have an All Faith Stalker, Double Radiant Strike, Rammer with the Halia, Beyond the Quiet, and Weft Blade. Okay. White is certainly an option here. We'd hope for a few cheaper things, but the Focus Fire, Banishing Light, Double Radiant Strike, and All Faith Stalker is like a really nice kind of, if you want to go quick here with this, in this color in a lot of instances, and that can do that for sure. So that's pretty interesting. We could also find some fun synergies on a few things. We can warp in some stuff. So that's cool. Okay, so white is a pretty good consideration. Taking a look at blue, we have the Gale Blade with the Operative, Nanoform Sentinel, Unravel Lost in Space, Double Whale, Mouth, and the Starwinder. So that is pretty good. Nice top end here, Double Whale, Mouth, and Starwinder. Could be pretty good. Not a ton of interaction besides the Unravel and the Lost in Space, so that's something to certainly keep our eyes peeled for. In black here, Embrace Oblivion, Hull Carver, Sentry, Depressurize, the Him, Virus Beetle, Double Decode, Delicacy, we have the Void, and we have a Grav Kill. So good removal there, some good early stuff, but missing a few of the top-end components. This ends up being a lot of times the best top end we could hope for with some of the removal spells that we might have access to. Taking a look at red, Double Plasma Bolt. We have an Elemental Intimidator, a Mechan. We are Weft Stalking. Kind of interesting. Landseeker, Double Plunge, and the Dragon. Okay. In green, Gene Pollinator. We have a Might, Close Encounter, Baloth, Sea Chip Impact, Colossus Worm, Fate Makers, Stinger, Shatterwing, Diplomatic Relations, lots of removal. Ooh, now here's a strong consideration. Black and white for Servandum would be quite good. We also have a Halia as well. Ooh, do we just go like a 3-color action? We go a 3-color action is interesting. We have a Pinnacle Killship and a Survey Mechan as well. I'm thinking maybe we do look at that. It's not like our green is bad. It's not like our black is bad. And our white is pretty strong. So let me see about putting a little something together with these 3 colors. See where we land. Be right back. Okay, I think this is where we're going to land. It went through a few iterations as I was taking a look at it. I did start originally with some green in here, and it just felt like we didn't have really almost any fixing. We have 1 Gene Pollinator, so I'm a little cautious to that. And I think this is just kind of like a lower to the ground deck. We're going to try to get in early and often. We've got some good curve, decent creatures. And I mean, the only thing, again, I'm concerned about with decks like this is in this format, we're missing a top end. So we really got to kind of try to push in some good damage, but we have an amazing suite of removal. Focus Fire, Depressurize, Banishing Light, Dubious Delicacy, Strike, Grav Kill, and a Beyond the Quiet, in addition to an All Faith Stalker, which is just pretty wild when you go to think about it. We have him to help us to draw some cards and surveil, and then the Void here I am going to play because I think in this deck we're doing enough removing that if we could find something impactful to get with this, right, with an attack like on an Exosuit Savior, or even attack on something like a Servandum, or even like Wedgelight Rammer, if we're able to make it the first striking 9/9, or excuse me, 3/4 for 9. For 9, that we might have some success. The only thing I'm not too thrilled about playing is Graveblade Heavy, but that's where this color pair kind of stumbled a little bit, and that's where if we were going to play some green, we'd be pulling a few of these things out. Probably Weft-Blade Enhancer would go, but I really don't want to mess up the mana without having the ability to really control and fix it at all. So we'll go low to the ground here. We'll see if Black-White beats and get it done. Try to win some games. Okay. Main Sentry. Focus Fire, Graph Kill back up into Condom. It's not terrible. Gene Pollinator. Here we go. Famous Curiosity. There we go. All right, we'll get our 4/1 blocker up. Do need to see a few creatures. Would be nice. Again, I think it's going to be finding the right time for this. In green-white, I'm expecting that we'll be able to at least hopefully kill a few decent-sized creatures that'll be good for us. Let's see what I want to do here. Siege Ship Agrarian. Not a bad one to try to get rid of. Sure. I'm fine to basically to force this. It's its counter, it goes up. I mean, I'm essentially just blocking here. They trade down. Sure. I draw a card. You can keep up both Dubious Delicacy and Grav Kill here. It's like Servandum, and then I get punched in the face for 5 if they don't have a removal spell. Then I'm okay here, but I think we'll just hold to Grav Kill this. So I'd really like to be able to play this and then get some value out of it, to be honest. That's some Wayfarer, sure. I do think it just makes sense to play this, I suppose. I have a feeling I'm going to eat like a Diplomatic Relations or something else here. They can pump these up and I could take a pretty sizable chunk of damage, but this is where the Void come in pretty nice. Well, they could also just power up Wedgelight Rammer. That wouldn't be too bad. I want the Agrarian. So they can power that up to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'd take 14 damage. Just gonna have them lose 3 life. We get to keep the siege ship. We potentially get to now if they have like a Glacier Godmaw or something, I'm obviously super dead here, but they don't. Say they have to kill that. Yep. Okay, well. Taking some damage here for sure. That was kind of an all-in play on that. Guess my only other option here I can tap this down, attack. That's pretty good. Play this guy. Sure. And I'll go find a land. I mean, not bad. Deck did pretty well what we wanted it to do. Starport security is going to be pretty good. Siege Ship Agrarian, also pretty good here. Sure. 5 Iris. Buy whatever card you have in your hand. If I tap down the Wedgelight Rammer, for instance, they just put like Crasher. There's just too many things that they put in the way. Goes to 6, it goes to 7. But they can pump once. Gosh, I need like I need a removal spell. I need one removal spell to get rid of like the, honestly, get rid of the Dual Sun Adepts. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Sure. We've used up what, 1, 2, just well, 3 of ours. I just need a way to push in this last 8 damage. And it's like Siege Ship Agrarian. Gosh, if we were able to get like one more attack. Well, now we have a blocker here. Again, I could tap that down, attack, get it up to 7/7. They pump, but essentially they're able to put just like the Crasher and the Wayfarer in the way. So I just get 1-for-1. That just doesn't seem great. They could honestly have me quite a few points down here by just attacking with the rammer. What are we getting back here? Sure. I mean, they start getting flyers online, I'm in trouble. Now they can't pump, though. If they tap something else down, and we find a removal spell, there's a good chance we can get in with a good attack from Siege Ship. Sure. Depressurize is huge. Oh, wow. That was big. That was really big. That was really big. That's an 8/8. I lock down the Lux Knight and attack. That would go to a 9/9, and I would 3-for-1. I think we just wait. Like, they're not attacking here. Again, I need another removal spell. And if they don't play anything here, I wonder if they've just flooded. Luminary, sure. So 1/1, sure. Oh man. 9/9, it goes to a 10/10. But they put Crasher, Eulogist, and Luminary in the way. If I tap down the Crasher, I think I've got to try to close this game, so... Now they can just chump here. Yep. It's fine. Gain some more life. Really not too worried about being attacked on the other end. They could get the rescue skiff up. Bait maker. Sure. Put it on like the... Sure. Rescue skiff online. It's a 5/6 flyer. I think I just find the land here. These out of the deck. I just need live draws. What does Grab Blade Heavy do for me here? Or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8. So 10, 13 there. I want to attack with the Hull Carver. Really not worried about getting attacked here. Legitimately just need another removal spell. Sure. Put it on the Luminary or... Sure. Sure. So if I Weft Blade and put it on like Coordinator and the Grav Blade, that might just be enough here. Then lock down the Lux Knight. attack. Making a lander. Siege Ship Agrarian will take 3 blocks to kill. Sure. Still have the Hull Carver to kill the Breacher. And then we get into like just jumping territory. I drew a good chunk of cards from that. Dude. Sure. What a game here. I mean, I have 1 land left in the deck. They can't have many lands either. Sure. Lock this down. I'm just gonna go find this last one. I warp in an All Fate Stalker and then targeting this. Okay. Woo! Man, maybe played that a little too cautiously, concerned about certain removal spells, but I think some of the trades was timely. Being able to get the depressurize off on that Dual Sun Adepts was really good. Okay. Security Stalker and Beyond the Quiet here. We are on the draw. My little security friend. Gonna depressurize up. Green white again. We're killing this for a minute. gonna do this just so that Dockworker drone just doesn't have anywhere to put these. And then honestly, I'm fine not doing anything and just playing my lands. Like, run out your stuff. Get your ramp going. Please play like 2 things from your hand. Yeah, this is fine. Sure. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll just... I can even just get like the Luminary. It's one other thing. I gain 3 life here. Followed up with a sentry. They had another one. Jeez. It's like, do I wait a turn and take a bunch of damage, or do I do it then? I mean... Play a 4/4. What's funny is I can warp in the All Fate Stalker. Get rid of the tokens. Which I'm gonna do. Just eat one of the tokens. Can eat the other token. Keep up Grav Kill for anything big. Sure. We are killing the boosters. I will eat 2/2. Gonna just try to find my smart line here. Might have a Radiant Strike of their own. Okay. Might be missing a color? I don't know. That might have been an aggressive play, but we've all taken care of a lot of the stuff here. They had their own. All right, as long as this doesn't die, we're in good shape. If it does die, I'm not in good shape. Tornado, sure. Not going to block. This is like a biosynthetic burst. I'm sad, I guess. Double removal, biosynthetic, or diplomatic relations, or I don't know. I would have assumed you would have just played that. Sure. Yeah, here comes diplomatic relations. Close encounter. I don't know why you wouldn't have just done that. You were hoping to get me with the biosynthetic burst. Why not just attack with both then? Can't protect both at that point, but curiosity, sure. All right, I need a creature here. Now I am behind. Five, 6. Okay, and we at least have creatures that can block into other creatures. Our port security will be pretty good here. Let's start punching for 3. I might as well play this swamp. I mean, you can lock down. I guess it's kind of good. You can lock down the Weftblade Enhancer because I don't have. And then hit for 4 because I don't have an artifact. Sure. All right. Need some removal here. Fire Beetle was actually quite a good draw. I'm gonna get rid of the starport security here with Banishing Light. Fine. And I'm happy to trade a Flight Deck Coordinator for Graveblade Heavy here. That's their biggest creature. Vanishing Light was a good draw. These games have been tight. Sure. They're attacking to surveil. I take 2. Trade those off. That's fine. Warden, sure. No life, sure. Hold what I got being at 4 here. I just need gas or a removal spell, something for the Warden. Pinnacle Kill Ship. That is terrible. Surprised I didn't kill the flyer. It's not like they can attack with Holly or Starfighter Pilot. It's down to Tapestry Warden. If it's me, 3, 6, 7, 8, they can just power up the kill ship. I'm surprised they're making this attack. That's what I'm doing here. Game. I just, we both kind of flooded out and drew, and unfortunately we just drew a few too many lands. And kind of interesting that we both had a Beyond the Quiet. I guess it's kind of last one to flinch in that perspective. We just didn't draw enough gas there, unfortunately. Okay. Our first time on the play here. Looking pretty decent. Death touching 1/1, my friend. Lust Harvester. What's interesting is if they could have pitched an artifact, they could start pinging my stuff here. Relic, nice. Take 1. What's crazy is I'm probably going to end up grav killing this Rust Harvester. I'm going to need to find a land to do that. I just don't want them to get any value off of it. Botanist, sure. Some land, sure. Card, sure. Yeah, if I can find a way... Oh, we don't have anything to pull back. So that's awkward. Okay. Is this any creature? A target creature from defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield. Focus Fire and that is a good option, so sure. They're just drawing an immense amount of cards. I'm just gonna get card advantaged out in this game. It's gonna be what happens if especially if I can't find creatures to get into the void here. Even something like a Thawbringer is quite good. Trader, sure. Hmm. Yeah, I like surveilling. I like having a 4/2 as well. Starport security, probably not going to do it for me. I'm going to need another removal spell. That's pretty good. Sure. Now I don't know that I necessarily care. Oh, now they're very incentivized to block that. That's totally fine. That strongly shifted the nature of this game. And then I was gonna hit him. Oh man, to be honest with you, I really thought we were losing that game. I really did. Holy moly. I cannot keep this. This is actually much, much better. And I will get rid of... Man. I'm going to get rid of the Wedgelight Rammer. Is that the right play? Let's gain the life. I guess I could have done the old warp. Deal, but I mean, we're gonna rip a card, Exosuit Savior, rip a card. I'm actually thinking Halia. And then doing that. I can, oh my god, this is gonna be kind of gross. I'm just gonna leave him with like no cards in hand here. Because I can all fate Stalker the Virus Beetle. Sure. Like, is that, do I just want to, I think we just play this. Not gonna attack. Sure. Draw a card, you're putting something in for 4 mana. Is it? It's a land. And that's a good little sequence here. Rip another card out. I'm surprised I got rid of Consult the Star Charts. Holy moly. Now we need to just rip another land here. Sure. I mean, that's just cruel, to be honest. The crazy part is I could do it again. Sure. I can't all fates and run that same line. I care about taking the damage. I mean, they have done a fantastic job of drawing a ton of cards and keeping pace with this. It says when this creature leaves the battlefield. So I really can't all fates this. And I'm gonna have to just try to punch in above the top end here. Because I don't want them to slam like a Glacial Godmaw or something else that's impactful, so... I'm just not going to be able to beat an Endstone here. This card is so good, man. I mean, I can Faith Stalker the Whale, lock down. 18 cards. Not blocking this. Sure. Vanishing Light was a good draw. To think that we made them discard like 4 cards with Virus Beetle. Wait, 1, all Fate Stalkered at 2. Yeah, 4 cards with with Virus Beetle, and they still have 4 cards in hand at this point is pretty gross. Alright, well. I've got to block these. Another removal spell for like the Starbreach Whale or the Gene Morph would be really good. Kill ship, sure. Okay. I mean, you just use the Vestige to power up the kill ship. And you can attack with the Whale. I'm just not winning this game. They got too much advantage off of the Endstone. I needed Banishing Light like the next turn after it dropped. Because they just drew too many cards. Like, just use your 2 Pollinators, power up the kill ship, attack with your Vestige, your Whale, your kill ship. Like, there's really not much I can do here. I'm just thinking if there's like a removal spell that gets me out of this. Jeez, they drew a land. You gotta be joking me, man. Good draws, good rips. And I don't have enough mana or a token on this to be able to lock something down. Sucks, man. They don't have anything to play. Crazy. What saves me here? Beyond the Quiet? Okay. And then they ripped the land anyways. Wild, dude. Wild. Can't beat the end stone. Never have. Oh, man. You know what? This deck was a lot of fun. That was some insanely grindy games to be able to push through. What did we need right there? You know, we needed Radiant Strike or Banishing Light the turn that, again, the turn after they played the end stone to be able to kill it right away. Because I think that at that point we would have, they just had Vestige online. They would have been able to, you know, they could have done some stuff with Vestige, but we would have had them down to like 6 life. And I think we could have probably punched in enough damage in the air. And we had enough life total at that point to make that work. Again, it was like Virus Beetle was sick. Like Virus Beetle was really good at being able to play it, have them discard 4 cards, and they just kept finding ways to get cards, warping the Vestige in. I think they had 2 of the cryogenic relics, so it's like just not much we could do at that point. I mean, the Void would have been pretty good. Potentially, we could have got something back that could have been impactful. Especially on placing this on the right creature. Our deck didn't have the top end to be able to push through, and especially can't. I mean, we dealt with the end stone eventually with the Banishing Light, but just couldn't get there. We would have needed like a Beyond the Quiet pretty quick. Like we could have done a full-on attack and seen if we could have pushed in some damage, and then hit them with this. I really don't think we had much left there, because even like Weftblade Enhancer, bringing this in, making the 2 Exosuit Saviors 3/3s, really wouldn't have helped us to push through any damage. Yeah, that stinks. That's a tough way to go out, you know. Getting up to 7, having what realistically I thought was I don't know, maybe that's a terrible plan. Felt like a pretty decent plan to be able to get that much card advantage and still be putting power and toughness, you know, onto the battlefield. It's not like we were dirtling those turns where we played Virus Beetle and then were able to, you know, flash it in and do a few other things to take some of the cards out of the hand. They just were able to power through it. And yeah, I don't know that the pool would have supported much of a different build. But I will take a look back at it. Maybe we should have been in green, a little bit better of a top end. Maybe we should have splashed the green for the Halia. That might have been able to make a difference and help with our top end. You know, we had very little, but a little bit of +1/+1 counter synergies. I just don't think this pool necessarily could have got there, but certainly was hoping that we could at least break into the 3 wins. So we may give this another go, but I will be transparent to say we've tried a handful of times, and they've all ended about right here. It's been what it is. We've gotten a 3 win. We ended up getting a 5 win in one of the goes, and just have not been able to cash in on this Arena Direct. So we'll wrap this up here. Hopefully you enjoyed at least some interesting games for sure. Some very grindy games here in Sealed with a little black-white action. So if you did, consider subscribing. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. We've got lots of other content on the channel, MTG Arena related. We do a whole ton of Sealed and drafts, so stick around for that. Got a big playlist. In addition, every Wednesday and sometimes on Fridays, we do pack openings as well. So be sure to stick around for that if you want to see any of our previous ones. There's a whole playlist for you to go and peruse. We did some Edge of Eternities collector booster boxes. We've done a whole bunch of other sets as well. So pop down there and take a look. Other than that, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.